Welcome to Gist Dish TV, your ultimate gist corner. Before we dive headfirst into this explosive Nollywood wahala, I beg make you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and join the family, because the kind gist wey they drop here no be small. If you miss am, know your loss. Now make yourself comfortable, because this one, it get as it be. Nollywood no dey ever rest, and just when everybody thought the industry was enjoying a calm season, Fredrick Leonard decided to light a matchstick inside a petrol station. No press conference. No warning. No, let me clarify. Just one appearance, one hot conversation, and boom, 10 shocking revelations about Power Watts dropped like bombshells that scatter timelines, group chats, and even movie sets. People thought it was one of those harmless industry banters. They were wrong. It all started subtly. Fredrick, known for his calm voice and gentleman reputation, was invited to a media sit-down that was supposed to focus on career growth, professionalism, and the future of Nollywood. But midway into the conversation, Power Watts' name came up, and that was when the room temperature changed. Fredrick paused, smiled, then said, "Since everybody wants the truth, let's talk." That single sentence alone shook fans. What followed was not shouting, not insults, but calculated statements that felt heavier because of how calmly they were delivered. According to Fredrick, the Power Watts the public knows and the Power Watts behind closed doors are two very different people, and that was only the beginning. He hinted that Power's rise in the industry wasn't as organic as many fans believed. Without mentioning names directly, he spoke about strategic friendships, calculated alliances, and how some actors know exactly who to be close to at the right time. Social media detectives didn't need much decoding before connecting the dots. Then came the part that truly stunned people. Fredrick revealed that Pearl allegedly had a habit of rewriting narratives whenever things didn't go her way. He claimed she mastered the art of playing the victim publicly while privately pulling strings that benefited only her. According to him, some directors and producers stopped working with certain actors simply because Pearl felt uncomfortable around them. Fans gasped. Colleagues shifted uneasily. But Fredrick wasn't done. He spoke about professionalism on set, or what he described as Pearl's selective professionalism. He alleged that while she could be warm and collaborative with some co-stars, she could be cold, dismissive, and even intimidating to others, especially newcomers who didn't have industry backing. This particular statement opened a floodgate. Within hours, anonymous crew members began sharing stories online. Some claimed Pearl once delayed shooting for hours because she didn't like the lighting angle. Others alleged she refused to rehearse scenes unless conditions were perfect for her brand. And then came the revelation that made everyone scream, "Wait, what?" Fredrick suggested that Pearl carefully curated her public image as a girl's girl, but behind the scenes, she allegedly saw other actresses as competition, not colleagues. He implied that certain casting opportunities mysteriously disappeared once Pearl expressed interest in the same roles. No direct accusations. No courtroom language. Just statements heavy enough to sink ships. The conversation took an even darker turn when Fredrick spoke about emotional manipulation. He claimed Pearl knew how to emotionally corner people, using silence, withdrawal, or sudden friendliness to get what she wanted. According to him, many people mistook her behavior for introversion when it was actually strategy. At this point, even the interviewer looked uncomfortable. But the most shocking moment came when Fredrick touched on romantic rumors. He didn't confirm sleeping with Pearl. He didn't deny it either. Instead, he spoke about how Pearl allegedly blurred professional boundaries with certain male colleagues, creating confusion, expectations, and sometimes resentment when things didn't go her way. Social media exploded. Fans began replaying old interviews. Old red carpet moments suddenly felt suspicious. That friendly hug. That lingering smile. People started asking questions they never asked before. Fredrick also hinted at betrayal. According to him, Pearl once shared confidential industry information she wasn't supposed to, information that later caused tension between producers and actors. He described the situation as avoidable damage that could have ruined careers. At this point, Pearl's silence became louder than any statement. Another revelation that shook fans was Fredrick's claim that Pearl intentionally distanced herself from people once she felt they were no longer useful. He described friendships that ended overnight, no explanation, no closure. One day you're family, next day you're invisible. Fans started tagging old friends of Pearl in comment sections, demanding answers. Then came the comment that truly divided the internet. Fredrick suggested that Pearl struggled deeply with insecurity, and that insecurity sometimes manifested as control. He said success didn't bring her peace, it amplified her fear of being replaced. According to him, that fear influenced many of her decisions. Some fans sympathized. Others felt exposed. Finally, Fredrick addressed the backlash he knew was coming. He said he stayed silent for years because he didn't want to be seen as bitter or jealous. But he claimed there comes a time when silence becomes complicity, and he refused to be complicit in what he described as quiet toxicity. By the time the interview ended, Nollywood was no longer the same. Pearl Watts' fanbase split into two camps. Those defending her fiercely, calling Fredrick a liar and attention seeker. And those saying, this explains everything we've been noticing. Industry insiders went quiet. Some unfollowed. Some liked cryptic posts. Some posted Bible verses about truth and light. Pearl herself. Still silent. No denial. No clarification. No emotional Instagram leave. And in Nollywood, silence is never accidental. Now the big question everybody is asking is simple. Why now? Why did Fredrick Leonard choose this moment to speak? Is it personal growth? Is it unresolved hurt? Or is it a warning to an industry that prefers pretty lies over uncomfortable truths? One thing is clear, whether you believe Fredrick or not, the image of Pearl Watts has shifted. Once the curtain is pulled back, even slightly, people begin to look twice. And Nollywood is watching. So my people, over to you eyes. Do you think Fredrick Leonard was brave for speaking his truth, or reckless for airing dirty laundry? Is Pearl Watts misunderstood, or has her silence said more than words ever could? Drop your thoughts in the comment section, because this gist is far from over. And I beg, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Because here on Gist Dish TV, we don't just tell stories. We serve the gist hot.